So I saved this video like 3 days ago, bro, and I was like, I'm gonna bring this up on live. Why I date teenagers as a 36-year-old man. This guy right here, this is one of the most interesting looking people that I've ever seen before in my life. I feel like I could draw this motherfucker. Like I feel like he is easy to draw. Anyway, let's see what he has to say.
Seriously only considering dating actual teenagers, 18 and 19 years old, because women do not come pre-assembled. This is a quote from my good friend, client, and now business partner, Myron Gaines. What he means by that, and what I mean by that, is that by the time a woman turns 22, 23, 27, shit, sometimes even by the time they're 20 years old or even younger, they have acquired so many bad habits, so many negative behavior patterns, so many crazy and wrong and harmful opinions and points of view, that it is actually quite staggering how many bad habits needs to be worked out of them, that sometimes it's too late for them and they can't even be rescued. Hence, if you date an 18, 19, 20-year-old girl, sometimes even up to 21, depends where you are, depends on the city, the country, everything like that, then they can be saved. Now,
These are women that you are talking about. These are people. These are not fucking puppies. Bad behaviors. Who the fuck are you? What are you talking about? And this is, first off, there is so much that I want to say. So much that I want to say. This is such cornball shit. And also, guys that are this old that say that they only date 18 and 19-year-olds. Usually, or not usually, I will say sometimes when I hear dudes that are this old saying some weird, creepy shit like that, I only date 18 and 19-year-olds, sometimes it comes out that they have dated younger before. Underaged women. Underage girls, I mean. 17, 16 as well. As a 36-year-old man, he is saying when they are 18, it's easier to treat them. They don't have bad behaviors, blah blah blah. Sir, this has nothing to do with women learning bad behavior and being super impressionable, but it has everything to do with you wanting to be in control. You cannot control, and that's, Chad, that's the thing that I want you guys to know. It's never about teaching women something or teaching good habits or what. It's always about these red pill guys controlling younger girls. They want younger girls because they're stupid. They're easier to control. They're impressionable. They don't know any better. It's harder to control a woman who is 27 and has her shit together. That's why older guys usually go for younger women, because they are easy to manipulate and easier to control. Which is some real cornball shit. You are not a man if you feel the need to do that. Because that's exactly what this is. It has nothing to do with behaviors. You want to control your woman.
when my good friend Myron Gaines says women do not come pre-assembled, he means they are not a finished and complete product outside of the box. They need the guy.
Notice how they're not even talking about women like they're actual people. They are not fucking toys. What are you talking about?
Guidance of a man to kind of push away these bad habits that they may be acquiring from mainstream media, certainly from universities and college campuses, feminism, movies, pop culture, etc. It is actually quite staggering, and that's why I'm considering dating younger girls, because they tend to be more of like a blank slate. And very feminine women, if they are dating a guy who has a strong masculine frame, they tend to just kind of absorb his points of view and his ways of thinking and his value system. And truly feminine.
That's not even necessarily true. When a woman is with a man, it's because usually they have certain things in common. They usually share similar ideologies. It has nothing to do with the woman absorbing the man's thoughts and opinions. She doesn't think this. She doesn't usually think these things because her man or husband thinks these things. Most women have minds of their own. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh.
And naturally submissive women kind of mold themselves around the guy they are dating. Now, I've done a lot of research recently on Myron Gaines, my good friend. I've watched some of his videos. I've been a little bit on a binge. And this is going to be a combination of research that I've done on exactly elaborating on that statement, why women don't come pre-assembled. This is also a list of red flags and things you need to look out for with girls you're dating. And like I said, with younger girls, hopefully you can get them before they've adopted these negative behavior patterns or made some of these mistakes. And it's going to be the majority directly from Myron's mouth. There may be a few things that I put my little spin on or that he wouldn't agree with absolutely 100% with, but you can pretty much guarantee that Myron would be on board with 99% of this stuff, although it may have some of the Casey Redbeard twists on it. And I've definitely added on some of my own stuff here. So without any further ado, this is the dangerous, harmful behavior pattern number 1, acting combative, masculine, and resisting a man's leadership. So like I said, feminism, mainstream media, movies teach women to be masculine, disagreeable, and uncooperative. If you look at the new Star Wars movies, for example, I think I got through the first one. I think I watched the second one and I couldn't even, watch the last one. It has the main character, Luke Skywalker in the original trilogy had to work for his force powers. He would lose, his first and second lightsaber battles. He got his hand cut off at one point. He got totally, bitch slapped by Darth Vader. He was even losing to the Emperor at the end of Return of the Jedi. He was infallible. He had to go on like a hero's journey. The new ones, she's a woman, power of the pussy, I have a vagina, I'm strong. All the women are bossy. The men are kind of portrayed as being the more bratty and unpredictable, unreliable ones, where the women are very, calm-headed. And, we know that, yeah, that's true. That's an accurate reflection of society, that, the men are, the bouncing off the walls, and the women are more calm and logical and stoic. And, yeah.
Did he... Guy's also a fucking nerd. Did you really use Star Wars as a reference point? What the fuck are you Look, we all can agree the new Star Wars movies are not great, but that's just attributed to shitty writing, okay? A woman isn't going to watch a Star Wars movie and says, yeah, that's right, women lead this, women do that, yeah, we strong, we what are you talking about? This nigga is, I don't know how I'm gonna get it through 30 minutes of this.
Feminism basically teaches women to take on the masculine role.
He probably thinks the Kill Bill movies were ass, bro. Facts. And that's a great example. There are a lot of movies that were led by women that were dope. Kill Bill being one of them. Uma Thurman, oh my gosh, she was amazing. I love Kill Bill. I watch it every time it comes on.
No need to really elaborate on this one. You guys already know what's going on here. The next one is unrealistic relationship expectations. Believing relationships should be effortless based on constant romantic gestures fueled by movies and social media. So women...
Who thinks like that? Who thinks like that? I'm sorry, normal women that I know, that I talk to, that I have interacted with through my 30 years of living, they don't fucking think, they don't think life is a movie. What are you talking about? I'm sorry. The reason why you think women think like that is because you're fucking talking to 18 and 19-year-olds, stupid. They're children. Of course they're gonna think life is all full of sunshine and rainbows. They ain't been through shit yet.
They see in these romantic comedies and things like that. Now they're seeing on Instagram. You guys ever see, you know, on Valentine's Day, they'll be like, you know, the
Dumbest
bed with
fucking
like the
video I've ever
rose
seen.
petals and like this grand romantic gesture. Guy got, you know, some penthouse hotel for them, you know, some millionaire. Girls see that and they think that they're also entitled to that as well. And because in movies, it's always shown as like the man is courting the girl, the man is writing romantic poetry for her, the man is trying to show off. Maybe he's giving her gifts or, you know, sentimental gifts, like I said, writing a song or poem about her. And the woman is just kind of accepting that and like allowing herself to be courted, but she's not actually contribute anything on her end. Whereas obviously men in the relationship,
also, that's a you problem. That is a you problem. Why are you with somebody that isn't reciprocating the same feelings? Why are you with somebody that isn't reciprocating your same energy? Yes, I have done nice stuff for my wife in the past, but she also does very nice things for me all the time. It's not, I don't know what, that is partly your fault that you are picking these women. Relationships are supposed to be both give and take. If you are just constantly giving and giving in all of your relationships, you need to take a look in the mirror, because you are getting with some women that are not reciprocating your actions. And that's your fault. And you keep repeating the cycle over and over again. You need to take a look in the mirror.
Expect something in return. We expect compliance is the main thing, aka
My
that
bad,
the
big
woman
dog.
listens to us and does what we say, accepts that, like, you know, men have much harder lives. Men are forced to grow and adapt and solve bigger problems and think bigger and overcome more adversity. Thus, it only makes sense that the person who has life on hard mode would be the leader to the person who has life on easy mode. Also, the aggression, the testosterone, other things I don't need to get into too much. But yes, and then obviously, you know, sex, you know, on demand is one of the main reasons why men get in relationships, and removing stress from a man's life. That's the main thing. Emotional support, removal of stress, compliance, helping with domestic activities, being a support structure to him, taking on some little job in his business, doing like maybe the customer service or inbox management for his business, cooking for him, cleaning for him, basically being the backbone and emotional support for her man, helping her man be better. That is the role that we want from women, but they don't seem to understand that. They just want to take, and don't expect to give anything. The entitlement mindset, okay? Expecting men to fulfill financial or social obligations without reciprocating in other ways. We've already kind of talked.
Normal women do not think like this, for the love of God. I don't know how many times, chat, I don't know how many times I have to make this point with these stupid red pill videos. Normal women do not think like this. People that live in the United States, they know that the economy is rough. Like, it's rough. It is hard to live right now. Most of these women are not out here expecting a man to pay 100% for everything. And if you meet these women, talk to somebody else. That's not the one for you. Because for you to literally pay for everything, all of the bills, it's not reasonable unless you're making well above 6 figures. That's not reasonable. Women do not think, normal women outside of Miami do not think like this. God.
About that with the unrealistic expectations one. Yeah, they want the man to support everything financial. Listen, if you're in a Western country and life is expensive, you guys live in a big city, I'm all for the man being able to support a woman. But in certain cases, in certain big cities, if your girl just wants to work and you don't have a problem with it, she has, I don't know, she does freelance graphic design and she actually does a good job. She actually, you know, she builds websites, whatever, makes 90 grand a year. She should be contributing. She should be paying part of the rent. She should be doing certain, you know, little things. Now, I know, you know,
Myron
in most cases, most beautiful women don't work. They don't really contribute. They don't really develop skills. In most cases, you're going to have to support your woman. But if she's not contributing financially, she has to be doing the, you know, the full on, like, you should come home to no bitching, clean house. All your little errands have been run for you. Like I said, you know, your laundry has been done. Your meal prep is done and ready for you. So you don't have to do that. She should be supporting in other ways, if not financially. Because in most cases, for most beautiful women, That's just not realistic. Next one, tattoos and piercings. Brazilian women, I have a lot to say about them. On the negative end, they're like the most flaky creatures. They're like, you know, professional time wasters. If you can get a Brazilian girl out on a date and one of the few ones that's not doing sex work, they are the most amazing women. Like Brazilian women, if you get one of the few that's beautiful and then not doing sex work and isn't like a flaky airhead, Brazilian women are hands down the S tier women. That and Venezuelan women. I actually do love Venezuelan women.
Gotcha. He's a passport, bro. Gotcha. And you know why he's a passport, bro? Because his ass can't get any women in the United States because he's a fucking cornball.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Like, who the fuck is what woman is going to want to put up with this guy? First of all, I'm sorry, again, look, no homo, you do not have the looks to be talking like that, my G. And you do not want a partner, you do not want a woman, you want a fucking maid and an assistant. That's what you want. This guy has never, ever, you could tell he's never been in a relationship before. Ever. God, I find it hard, it makes me wonder if he ever even gotten any vagina before, by the way that he's talking.
Women, maybe actually love Venezuelans a bit more. But anyway, Brazilian women, I just can't even say enough good things about if you get them out. But one of the reasons why I ultimately decided to leave Brazil is the tattoos and piercings. You cannot find a sexy Brazilian girl aged 18 to 29 in a city like Sao Paulo, Rio, etc., without some level of piercing or some tattoos.
So what the fuck is wrong? What is wrong with tattoos? Nigga, I got tattoos. So I'm tatted up. I got tattoos. What is the problem with tattoos? I want to know. Like, and when you say tattoos, what level of tattoos are you talking about? Like their whole body is tatted, or they just have an arm tat or a lower back tat, or what? Like, what are you talking about?
1 in every 200 maybe. I don't like girls with like chunks of metal. Like, when did like the septum piercing, like the bull like septum, when did that disgusting septum piercing? And it's always a butterfly tattoo. You guys ever notice it? It's literally, I'm gonna do a whole separate video on this. It is literally always a butterfly. Every fucking time it's the butterfly. I don't like girls with spray paint and graffiti and ink and needles that have pierced their soft, delicate, collagen-rich, feminine skin and been drawn on with whack, dumb little images. Nor do I like mutilation of metal objects pushed through your nose. This is social conditioning. It is brainwashing. No one could come to the conclusion that looks attractive. Yet by the time a girl...
Okay, I'm sorry. So just because I don't think it's attractive, that means it's not attractive. What are you talking about? There are plenty of guys out here that think tattoos on women are attractive. Me being one of them. The fuck is this guy talking about? Where did he come from? This is a stupid video, and we only 8 minutes in. It's really making me wonder about you, dude. Like, it's really making me look at you sideways. I don't know.
Was 22, 23. It's, you know, even in a Western country, large percentage of them have tattoos and piercings, and this is why I'm considering dating teenagers. Hopefully, by the time they're 18, 19,
Jesus
they haven't got any tattoos yet. Also, you can just go to another country. There's actually a few countries in South America where they don't all have mutilated their bodies. The next one, prioritizing career over family. This is a big one. Being heavily career focused to the point that family or relationship priorities take a backseat. You know, this video is about Myron. It's about, you know, his quote, women don't come pre-assembled. You see on the show all the time when they ask, so, you know, men will provide financial support, protection, leadership in the relationship, mentorship, guidance. What do you provide? And they'll be like, well, I'll provide that stuff too. And it's like, no, bitch, like this, like, we don't care about your money. We don't care about your career. We want you to be compliant, feminine, submissive, do what the fuck we say. I mean, within reason, right? You know, this could be clipped and taken the wrong way, but fuck you. Go ahead and clip it, take it. I don't give a fuck. But, you know, at least for me, I want my woman to, you know, think, have her own mind, have her own opinions and stuff like that. I want like a full, you know, robot, droid. But, you know,
it's contradicting
her
himself.
job is, you know, the family. The woman, you know, the man is to go out and hunt, and he wants to come back to a
He's
well-made.
contradicting himself because didn't he say earlier in the video that a woman should contribute? But now he's talking about gender roles. A man should go out and hunt, and the woman should take care of family, and that a woman shouldn't concentrate on his career. Chad, am I tripping? Because he most definitely said that shit.
Household with love, and kids are taken care of, like the house is clean and stuff like that. And in 99% of cases, you know, the man's going to have enough money to support it. It'd be very rare for an attractive woman, again, unless it was some type of sex work. Yeah, it's always like OnlyFans, right? Like, this is why more single
He
women.
literally gave the example of a woman being a graphic designer making $90,000 a year. He literally gave that example. What are you talking about?
Own homes than more single men do is because of OnlyFans, because homes are ridiculous. Nobody can afford them. The few people that do them.
What? What? What the fuck is it? He said more women owned homes than men because of OnlyFans. I would love to see where the hell he got that statistic from. Oh my gosh.
Can't afford homes, make an absurd amount of money, and more women are making more absurd amount of money now because they are selling their souls and their
More women are also making more money because statistically, more women are also graduating college at more often as well. There's a bigger percentage of women graduating college opposed to men these days. So these women are also getting better jobs and better opportunities and working their way through the ladder.
dignities in their bodies online. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to this video. And if you're not, if you're already a subscriber, please like it. It'll help me a lot in the algorithm. The next one, hypergamy without commitment. Being in a relationship only until a better option comes along, often referred to as always keeping an eye out for higher status men. You see this a lot. I never really have this problem, not to sound arrogant, but I hear this a lot where, yeah, the guy who's, you know, I mean, the classic thing is like the girl's dating like the lower level salesman in the retail store. Then she leaves him for like the sales manager, then the full on store manager, then the regional manager, et cetera. And she keeps kind of moving up the ladder, keeping an eye out. This is more of a thing that American women do. And this is more of a thing that's also based on how strong your masculine frame is, right? Because women are going to kind of like test you a lot. And if you're caving in like a dog, you know, the ears go down and the tail tucks between your legs, you get really submissive when she gives you little shit tests, then that's going to kill attraction and put her hypergamy on overload. The next one that you have to, again, this is all about the bad habits that women acquire that we as strong male leaders need to kind of like get out of them, basically. We need to like, you know, show them the light. Attention seeking on social media. Seeking validation or attention from other men on social media, which can strain trust in the relationship.
Okay, so what he really is saying here, women shouldn't have social media in general, because no matter what you post, if you post anything, it means that you are seeking the attention of another man, no matter what it is. That's exactly what he's saying. But it's funny. Keep in mind that he has a whole fucking YouTube channel, and I'm sure he also has social media. A woman can also make the argument that you are doing the same thing. You are seeking attention from other women by constantly posting on social media. This is such a stupid argument.
So you see this all the time. Girls will post bikini pictures all the time. They'll post bikini pictures from behind, which basically shows their entire ass on
You are looking at the wrong women.
social media. Sometimes it's just for likes and validation, and it's, you know, somewhat relatively innocent, although at the same time it's not that innocent at all, because relying on attention from a never-ending circle of orbital chode simps is still pretty bad. But a lot of the times they're actually doing it because they are shopping for a sugar daddy. Okay, they know that like they don't want to go on seeking.com. They don't want to necessarily put themselves out there. They don't want to risk being caught. They don't want to make a Bumble or Hinge that says like only looking for sugar daddies. But you just post a lot of ass pictures. Some girls go so far as to posting feet pictures. Look at my new manicure. And like every other day they got a new manicure. You see a girl posting a lot of feet pictures, then red flag, she's probably selling feet pictures.
TJ just made a good point. He keeps referring to himself as a strong male leader, but he can't be enough of a leader to be with a woman who has matured through life. That's why he wants to date children, so he can mold them into what he wants them to be. Exactly. That's exactly what I said at the beginning of the video. Exactly. Thank you. Well said.
She's just waiting for guys to come in her inbox, and she's kind of passively advertising it. And again, even if it's not to like, you know, sell pictures or anything like that, it's just a very, very bad habit. It's a sign of low self-esteem. It's a sign of being externally validated by the outside world and not feeling internally validated based on your own accomplishments and achievements and living up to the standards that you have set for yourself as a human being, rather than being internally validated by that, being externally validated by a quick dopamine high. And it's also going to activate her hypergamy, because even if she really, really likes you, if she's posting these half-naked pictures, she may be getting up by athletes. She may be getting hit up by multi-deca millionaires in Dubai.
He's only talking about Miami 304s. He is not talking about he's not talking about normal random women that live in fucking Oklahoma. He's not. He's only referring to these 304s.
By the way, she's ever been to Dubai, showing off that luxurious lifestyle. That is another red flag. The next one that we have to teach girls, like, hey, you got to avoid this shit, girl. Like, trust me, like, take it from me, like, you know, as a strong, you know, leader man, I got to show you what's up. You would tell the girl, don't be so obsessed with materialism and consumerism, aka
don't be so obsessed with materialism and consumerism, when every man a part of the red pill is literally obsessed with materialism and consumerism. How many times have Andrew Tate showed off his Bugatti, talked about all the cars that he supposedly has? How many times have you guys seen fucking Walter post up with his Lambo and all of these different cars that he doesn't really own, but he claims to own? Watches, Rolexes, like, yeah. The red pill is all about materialism. So how is it different when you do it? It doesn't make any sense. It's just a bunch of double standards that don't make any sense.
Emphasizing the importance of luxury goods, experiences, or social status over personal values or financial stability. This is what I would say to said teenager, 18, 19, actually did day game in this mall and just met a gorgeous 18-year-old. Hopefully she hasn't acquired all these bad habits from, you know, mainstream media, gross, feminism, etc., all these things, movies. I would tell her, look, I say, listen, girl, you know, you're beautiful. Your body's perfect. Your face is gorgeous. Stay in the gym, stay toned, fit, and sexy. Keep your waist small, keep your butt big, and just buy a normal black dress that's tight and hugs all your delicious curves. And that's it. No matter.
This is a sickness!
He's talking about a child. Even though this person is legally an adult, he's talking about a child. That's gross, man.
What you buy,
that's gross.
It's going to look flattering because of what you're wearing.
Oh, that's gross.
Yet, without my guidance, this said beautiful 18-year-old girl that I'm trying to show the light to, she will get insecure when a chubby 35-year-old girl walks in with red bottoms and a Louis Vuitton dress. Oh, her dress is more expensive. Her shit's so nicer. Guys and anybody with half a brain doesn't give a fuck about that. You know who cares about that? Catty, stupid women that have been pimped and had their brains washed by society, by this materialism and consumerism. Any tight black fit, like
there's
even
no
like what
way
I'm not like dude, like I look okay. Again, you go, oh, they're gonna roast me. Casey's not that buff, but like I look pretty good in just like a tight fitting black shirt because I have a nice physique, right? Same thing with like this like said, you know, hot girl that maybe I'll give her this whole speech, right? But you know, you don't need the red bottoms, girl. You just need a nice pair of shoes. You don't need like this name brand shit. You don't like. You can get the cheap jewelry at like K Jewelers. It doesn't have to be Tiffany and Co. Whatever it is, right? It doesn't make you happy. You're only the only people who really care and notice this stuff are people you don't give a fuck about it because they're in the matrix as well. And yeah, this excessive like, you know, like listen, we can just get a normal Airbnb when we travel. It doesn't have to be like look, it's nice if we could stay in the penthouse, but like it's the company. It's not what you do, it's who you're with. You'd rather eat at McDonald's with all your boys than go to a nice restaurant with a bunch of wokey weirdos, right? This is the next big one. Again, you know, going back, this whole video is kind of inspired by, you know, Myron Gaines, my good friend, his quote, the avoidance of accountability, difficulty admitting fault or taking responsibility for mistakes, often blaming external factors or others.
Chat, hold on. He's talking about avoiding accountability. How many times has he said that Myron Gaines is his good friend? How many times has he mentioned that? Myron is literally one of the biggest red pill content creators that cannot take accountability. He can't. This is the same guy that still cannot take accountability for getting his YouTube channel. I'm sorry, not his YouTube channel, but his monetization on his YouTube channel taken away. It wasn't Fresh. It wasn't the staff. It was solely Myron. And he still can't take accountability for that. But no, it's the Jews. The Jews. It's the Jews. Okay. All right.
Huge.
Okay.
It's almost like they
this is hard.
They have some visceral. I don't like there's a force, like there's an energy, like they are actually physically being prevented from saying, "I'm sorry, I was wrong, you were right." You know, to the next girl I'm dating, I'm gonna say, "Listen, girl, I don't, you know, if you're late, I don't want to hear there was traffic or something. I want to say sorry. It won't happen again. I'll try harder."
But traffic is a legitimate excuse. If a fucking, I don't know, if a fucking big ass truck gets into an accident in front of me and blocks the road and I can't move around it, that is a legitimate reason for being late. Yeah, you can say, I mean, I don't know why you would say sorry because it's not your fault, but traffic is a poor excuse because traffic most definitely it can cause you to be late. Shit, when I used to have to go into the office all the time and there was traffic, I would take a picture of it and send it to my boss, and then she'd be like, "Oh, you're good. Don't worry about it. Shit happens. It's not your fault. I know you're usually on time, so I'm not going to give you crap because you're in traffic right now."
There's traffic, but then again, I know my city. I know that there's always traffic at 4 p.m. in Los Angeles on a Tuesday. I should have planned for the traffic and I should have left earlier, and I'm sorry, Daddy. Right? Like, just tell him, take accountability. The next one, strong independence with minimal compromise. This whole being strong, independent identity to the point of being refused to compromise or share responsibilities in a relationship. Don't date masculine women, just point blank, period. You know, if the girl already has this strong independence thing, I probably couldn't, you know, get this habit out of her anyway. My main strategy for meeting women these days, by the way, is what I call the high status social media profile, which is your ultimate networking tool for male friendships. I actually use this strategy to throw sick penthouse parties in Medellin, 4-to-1, 5-to-1 ratio penthouse parties in Medellin. So it works for meeting guys and women. I call it the high status.
That shit looked like a bunch of women that are not talking to any guys at all.
Status profile. This is a profile where you look like James Bond, basically. You're eating at super nice, luxurious restaurants, maybe rooftop lounges, hotels, whatever it is, with a group of sexy people, guys and girls. Everybody is super well dressed. You're
Hold
doing
up, hold up. Wait, stop. Stop. I'm sorry. Calling men sexy. No. Pause. Pause. See, now all of this is starting to make sense. All of it.
random high value activities, which could be,
chat.
I don't know, giving a speech to a room full of people. You could be on jet skis, on a boat, on a yacht, doing these various things. And when you have a profile like that, men respond to you, women respond to you. It's just very, very difficult to do. And a lot of you guys are a little bit lost. I am doing free Instagram audits for a limited time. I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this.
Audits.
Go to my Instagram, which is RedbeardRants1, and message me the word audit, and I will give you a free audit of your Instagram. Tell you what photos you should archive, what you're missing, if you need more group shots, if your photos are low quality, if you're posing, your expressions, your fashions is missing, ideas, what you can do in your city, how you can get some of these high status shots without spending a ton of money, etc. Okay, go to my Instagram, RedbeardRants1, message me to audit. Okay, back to the main regular scheduled programming. The next one, an addiction to drama or conflict, seeking emotional highs and lows in relationships, which can lead to unnecessary arguments and instability.
Addiction to drama and conflict. Your best friend is Myron Gaines. He has on a group of women and feeds them alcohol and purposely argues with them for drama so that he can get clicks, so that he can kick them out, so that incels can be like, yeah, oh man, Myron is the man. He's kicking these 304s out. Myron loves conflict. He loves drama. Fresh and Fit love drama. But these are your friends. I don't understand. The hypocrisy is crazy. Shh.
So this isn't something that she would necessarily get from mainstream society. I don't know if mainstream society, maybe through like memes and stuff like that, it's a little bit, what you want to call it, talked about or encouraged a little bit. But I would just, next time she's being, and again, young girls are going to be more like drama queens. But again, said next 19, 20-year-old girl that I'm hypothetically dating, maybe, listen, girl, like, I understand that, like, I treat you like a gentleman and things are going well, and every once in a while you want to give me some harsh shit test or just make like an argument, but it ain't got to be like that, girl.
Did y'all catch that? Did y'all hold up? Time out. Let's rewind it. Rewind. No.
19, 20-year-old girl that I'm hypothetically
Listen.
dating, maybe, listen, girl, like, I understand that, like, I treat you like a gentleman and things are going.
I treat you like a gentleman. I treat you like a gentleman. I treat you like a gentleman? Y'all heard that, right? He slipped up. I knew. Now it makes sense. Okay. It makes sense. He's usually dealing with gentlemen. It makes sense. Everything makes sense now. All right, got you.
And
Now I
every
know.
once in a while, you want to give me some harsh shit test or just make like an argument, but it ain't got to be like that, girl. Just be chill. Just try to be less crazy. But all women are going to be a little bit crazy. And look, some of this stuff you just got to accept. This is just female nature. You can't cry or pout about it. No girl's going to be perfect, even with all your mentorship and guidance. No girl's ever going to be perfect, nor are you perfect. Believe it or not, I've made 2 mistakes in my entire life, so I'm almost perfect, but not quite. Over 36 years, I've only made 2.
What the fuck are you talking about? You're meaning to tell me that out of the 36 years of you living, you only made 2 mistakes? You're almost perfect? Get the fuck out of here. You making this video was a mistake. This haircut is a mistake. You were a mistake in general. You were probably a mistake.
Small errors. No, I'm just kidding. Another one, disregard for traditional gender roles, rejecting traditional family structures, roles, contributions, leading to mismatches in relationship and expectations. We've talked about this. You want to look for a girl and train your girl because she does not come pre-assembled of what her feminine role is to be, which is the support and backbone of the family, and you are the provider. Narcissistic traits encouraged by social norms, adopting self-love behaviors that may border on selfishness or self-centeredness, with little regard for others' needs. Women, especially beautiful women, get very, very little feedback in society, negative feedback. Did I say that right? They get very, very little negative feedback in society because most guys want to just fuck them, and other women tend to be kind of intimidated by them. And there is a little bit of a halo effect of like beautiful people being treated better in general. So like, I don't want to get too much off on a tangent, but there's some other dating coaches out there that just give horrible, like absolutely laughably bad advice.
You, literally you. What are you talking about? You. All this is terrible advice.
They're big, good-looking chads, and they build huge audiences, even though their advice is shit. Whereas like a normal-looking guy, like you very, very, except for Owen Cook, one of my first mentors in the game, you almost never, ever, there's like zero exceptions to this, see a dating coach that isn't this enormous, tall, good-looking, muscular Giga Chad. Why is this? Where are the normal, or heaven forbid, do I say,
ugly,
average-looking dating coaches? Or ugly dating coaches?
There you go.
They don't exist. Maybe you think I'm ugly. Maybe you think my eyes are too close. I get that all the time. Are my eyes too close together? Let me know in the comments if you think my eyes are too close together. That's what everybody tells me. Ever since I did YouTube, nobody's ever told me that in real life, that my eyes are too close together, but ever since I did YouTube, I hear it all the time. But anyway, men have a halo effect from other men for being good looking. Women have a halo effect from other women if they're good looking. And just in general, women are kind of just like coddled by society. And this, and then again, the feminism and stuff like that can lead to them be like, oh, I'm independent. Oh, I don't need a man. Oh, all men are trash. All men would, you know, assault a woman if he was alone in the forest with her. If you know, like the
God, not this
man versus bear, alone in the woods, feminist argument.
Bruh,
but anyway,
you won't understand because you're not a woman.
This is something that you would definitely want to get with a younger girl, and you know, screen for this. And you know, women want a guy who ultimately treats them super well. Like I treat my women super well. I pamper them. I have a backbone. I check them. I put them in place. They know who the boss is. They know who fucking their daddy is. But at the same time, I treat them well.
Stop saying that when you told us that you only date 18 and 19-year-olds, bro. Stop. That shit is creepy. Oh my gosh. Bro, it's like you a borderline predator. Like, please stop.
If you do this, hopefully she won't have started to develop that narcissistic, selfish personality that can come to a girl who's too entitled, been on the carousel, been rejected by a lot of guys, probably because she's like, you know, a 6.5, trying to like, you know, chase the professional athlete who fucked her because she was super easy when he was drunk and I was not calling her back. And she's like, all men are trash, all men are garbage. Yeah, the professional athletes and the rich chads who don't call you back, like, why don't you just date like a normal guy, and then all of a sudden you won't be so narcissistic against men?
Yeah, why don't you just date a normal 36-year-old who likes to date teenagers? Yeah, why not? Yeah, what's the issue with that?
Poor financial discipline. Women can't manage money. Will not elaborate on this. Women don't know how to manage money. They need a man to manage it for them.
Not true.
Low domestic skills. Again, we've talked about this. They don't like, you know, the raising of kids, cleaning, anything like that. We need to remind them what their role is. Chasing instant gratification, seeking immediate reward or thrills, possibly leading to poor relationship or life choices, especially when times get tough. So a lot of this has to do with social media. When I think, you know, about instant gratification, it's like, you know, the posts, the instant likes, the gratification, the validation that comes from, you know, being popular and getting a lot of likes on social media. And it could be with a lot of other things as well. It could even be with drugs, and you got to screen for that early on.
Screen for that?
High social validation needs, being overly influenced by friends or social groups in decision-making, leading to conflicts and priorities and values.
Oh my God.
One of the biggest difference between men and women is this overemphasis on reputation and this inability to be rebellious or do anything that might negatively affect your reputation, even if you know it's the right thing to do. Perfect example of this would be, some of you guys already know the story. I'll make it really, really brief. I threw these amazing penthouse parties in Medellin. I referenced this early in the video. A bunch of feminists and fake reporters put fake news out there saying that, it's just a front. These are like sex parties. There's orgies going on there. Most of the girls that go there are just prostitutes. I'm their pimp. The party.
You know, I noticed when a lot of people say fake news, there's usually some sort of truth to it. you may not be their pimp, but they very well may have been prostitutes, because it sounds like the only type of women that you are around are prostitutes. Because you have this weird warped view of women, that they are all helpless little creatures that just need a man's guidance. And you also think they're just like whores by nature for some reason. Golly.
Are just kind of a front for me to, pimp these girls out to my gringo friends. And we've even had reports of, cases where a few underage girls have gone there.
I know that shit true. I know that. I know that shit is true. Because you only you said you are fucking with 18 and 19-year-olds. You mean to tell me a 17-year-old didn't slip through the cracks? I know that's true. Oh man, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. And the fact that I already made that assumption, and you said people already are making fake news about you messing with underage. Yeah, I would not be surprised if that is true. Nope.
All lies, all bullshit. But point being is, I had over 200, 300 girls that over the course of the months have gone to my parties. If they had taken to Twitter, if they had the fucking dignity, confidence, self-respect, and I don't know, just not this insecure, what's the word? Oh my God, like morals. Oh my God, what's the word that I'm trying to think of here? But yeah, just a complete lack of moral compass, basically. Let me go down, let me burn this fake news, rather than all 200, 300 of them getting the whole fake news all started on Twitter. If they had just swarmed onto Twitter like a swarm of locusts saying, you guys are idiots, you bitches are just jealous, you're just fat, ugly feminists, you're just mad you weren't invited, we actually go to the parties, Casey isn't a pimp, there's no sex parties, there's no underage girl, whatever pimpery going on into this. They check IDs at the door.
So, chat, am I wrong? Red flag. He said that no one defended him on Twitter saying this stuff. Red flag. Red fucking flag. Because if you are a good guy and you did all these things and you had all these precautions, then I would imagine at least one person would defend you. One woman at least would defend you. But you're saying no one did? Very telling.
Or there's no drugs being sold. That like you guys are idiots. If 200 women had just stood up for what was right, then it would have been nipped in the bud. It would have been. But of course, I asked these girls, hey, will some of you guys defend me? You guys know what's going on? Oh, my reputation. I can't be. I don't want to get involved. What do you mean get involved? Just tell the truth. Just say you went to a party and it was a normal party. The parties were damn near filmed the entire time. I have terabytes of content of all the parties that I use for B-roll. If you
okay, Diddy. Diddy also had terabytes of content for his parties. Okay, Diddy. Hey, okay.
Watch this video. That my editors probably inserted some B-roll into this video, but none of them stood up for any of this at all. So, because of all these things, this is why you want to look for girls that one of the few girls that's look, if you find a 31-year-old chick that for whatever reason, maybe her dad taught her well, maybe she's from a foreign country where a lot of these things are a non-issue, maybe she's watched some Myron Gaines, some Redpill content,
Christ.
She's one of the few that's had her mind changed and she's been saved, and you're this 45-year-old guy and you want to date a 29, 30-year-old, that's fine, go for it. Bro, there's a lot of 28, 29-year-olds, 30-year-old chicks that still look smoking. They're going to look good. And, if you're an older guy and you want a girl that's a bit more mature mentally on your level, that's fine. That's fine. So either screen for girls that don't have a lot of these, qualities, and also understand that, they're not pre-assembled. You have to tinker a little bit. Or, I'm not sure I'm going to do this, but, and there's also, let's be real, there's a lot of other benefits as well from dating younger girls. They stay hot longer, right? But I'm probably going to seek to date, younger girls around the 19, 20-ish age range, because they will not have these preset bad habits. Hopefully, they'll always have some, but I will hopefully get a girl that doesn't have too many of them. And no matter what, even if it's a super young chick, women do not come pre-assembled. Classic quote. by my good friend Myron Gaines. If you are new here, if you saw this video for the first time, please subscribe. It'll boost the video in the algorithm. I have a lot more free game coming to you. And if you are already a subscriber, do something for the algorithm. Like the video, leave a comment, say something positive to me. Most of my comments are just angry haters. I really like to see some positive comments too. That's it. Stay tuned for the next one.
All right. Okay. So he said his comments is usually full of angry haters. Chat, let's read the comments, shall we? This guy's eyes are so close together that he is almost a cyclops. Why I'm a loser at 36 years old. A so-called expert on dating has been on here for 7 years looking for the perfect woman after failing for years, now resorting to dating naive 18-year-olds. LMAO, come on, bro. Whoo. Ain't no way you actually thought this title was a good idea. My good friend Myron Gaines. Yeah, not surprised. I need a young and dumb chick because I can make them suffer through my horrible character traits and they won't stand up for themselves. Damn. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. No, that is exactly what you said. Let's keep going. This is fun. Who's here before Abba and Preach have a field day with this? He's literally making an argument to groom children. But he said 18. Yeah. If you only go for 18 and 19-year-olds, the law is the only thing holding you back. Facts. This is one of the dumbest takes I have ever heard. Are there actually people out here taking any of this seriously? I'm 21 years old and I don't even want to date 18 and 19-year-olds. Facts. Neither did I. Neither did I. That's not cap. That is not cap. When I was 21, I never wanted to deal with an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old. Hell no. Bro's head is built using the PS1 graphics. Why I only groom teenagers as a 36-year-old. Hey, I don't even have to read through anymore. It's a shame. He has so many negative comments. It's actually astonishing. Somebody, look, I just read another one. Someone literally just called him a predator. And you know what? I have to agree. I said that earlier in the video too. I'm like, you're damn near a predator. Because the only reason why you want to talk to younger girls is so that you can control them. You are talking about molding them. No, they're easier to control because they're younger and naive. They don't have life experience opposed to a 27 or a 28-year-old or a 30-year-old or whatever. They don't have the fucking life experience. So they're easier to manipulate. They're easier to control. That's what the red pill teaches. It teaches men how to control women. That's why they usually go for younger women so that they can manipulate them and control them. Like it is what it is. Yeah, this was a hard 29 minutes to get through.